Hello and welcome back to the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational League. I am the Crushinator and I will be your caster for this evening as we are getting started very quickly. It's Bad Matchmaker versus ReGen Ghost. As we get into this draft here, let me take you over to the maps real quickly so you know the state of this series. Hanamura Temple, Dragonshire, Haunted Mines, and Braxis Holdout will not be played this series. And Bad Matchmaker is taking us to Cursed Hollow for game number 1. We're going to jump into it right away and see what we see. May has been banned away here by ReGen Ghost. And ETC banned away by Bad Matchmaker. That's kind of the story of the bans right now. The tank meta really got shook up in the last patch. So there's some new tank in May. There's a lot of change tanks. ETC got the nerf, Johanna got the nerf, Garrosh buffed. There's just a lot going on right now. Deckard, very strong healer, taking him off the board. Masked Introvert with the raid. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. As Cassia is banned away by Bad Matchmaker. And Tassadar instantly snapped up by Dubc613. Tassadar did receive some very minor changes, but still very strong for sure, especially with Cassia off the board. Tassadar, very top tier assassin for sure. With the next two picks, Bad Matchmaker is going to choose Garrosh and Ana. Very early Garrosh coming out here from Bad Bros. Normally we don't see Garrosh come this early in the draft, even after the changes. So interesting to see that picked up so early. They did ban away ETC. I'd say ETC is probably one of the worst tanks for Garrosh to go up against. Second worst might be Johanna, and Johanna's going to be picked up by ReGen Ghost alongside Greymane. Very smart pickups there. Greymane going to be doing a lot of work on the camps here on Cursed Hollow, and Johanna always good for controlling the space. Rhaegar going to be banned away by Bad Matchmaker. Makes sense. We got a possible Bloodlust comp brewing with the Greymane Tassadar alongside the speedy Johanna if Bloodlust was to be picked. So we're just going to take that off the board. Easy peasy. Not worried about it. ReGen Ghost is going to take away Kael'thas. They don't want that nano-boosted Kael'thas all up in their business. So, they've got Greymane, Tassadar, Johanna to deal with. Let's see what Bad Matchmaker wants to throw in for their next mid picks. It's going to be Blaze by Korix, likely over in the off lane. Blaze very strong right now with the wave clear, even double soaking. And Nana will grab the Sylvanas. So a lot of split pressure coming out from Bad Matchmaker. They're going to have some very good wave clear, very good macro with those two heroes. ReGen Ghost looking to round out their comp. They need their healer. They're going to grab Stukov. They need their off lane. They're going to grab Dahaka. Stukov, a big playmaking support. So we're expecting to see some big plays out of Andrew here. Final Stand has the last pick. And it's going to be Mephisto. Mephisto able to do a lot of work, especially around these small fight points that Cursed Hollow presents. Those narrow hallways can do a lot for the geometric attacks of Mephisto, and also being able to hide behind that geometry, a very good thing. Alright, well, game number 1 is coming at you. We've got Bad Matchmaker versus ReGen Ghost here on Cursed Hollow. Let's see how it goes. Alrighty, loading in here to game number 1. Nothing too crazy coming out of these teams. I was a little surprised at how early the Garrosh came through, though with ETC out of the way, I could see Garrosh being picked up early. I like the Sylvanas pick here for sure. Looking at the other side, Dahaka is always a wild card for me. Either Dahaka just kind of lurks around, not getting a lot done in fights, or starts getting these big picks, so we'll see whether the drags can land and whether ReGen Ghost can key off of those to hit some big Stukov silence combos. But looks like we're loading in. We're getting ready for game number 1. Here we go.
Prepare yourself for battle.
On the left in the blue is Bad Matchmaker with Corix playing the Blaze. Nana on the Sylvanas. Bad Bros 85 is going to be playing Garrosh. Final Stand on the Mephisto. And Ultimate Hook on the Ana. On the right in the red, it is ReGen Ghost with Mongoose playing the Johanna, Andrew playing Stukov, Shui on the Dahaka, Dub C613 on the Tassadar, and Litterrock playing the Greymane.
5, 4.
Let's get into Cursed Hollow. Taking a look at those opening quests, we do see the tissue regeneration coming out from Dahaka, getting that extra health and extra essence in the late game. Shockray quest by Tassadar as per usual. Blaze still thinking about that level 1 choice, waiting down in the bottom lane. So we're not seeing a Sylvanas cheese here. Final Stand, getting saved by Bad Bros, disconnecting that drag from Shui. Very nicely done. Interesting pick here. Garrosh actually going for body check on level 1, trying to get that reduced healing and slow, rather than taking the Groundbreaker quest. Not one that we normally see here. Interesting pickup by Bad Bros. We've got a bit of a rotation here onto Corix. Dub C does get the lane clear. Andrew's going to hang out a little bit longer, see if they can feign a engage. Garrosh in the top lane is trying to cover while Sylvanas and Ana are going to grab this camp right at the 1 minute mark. And Litterrock doing the same here for ReGen Ghost. Good macro start for both of our squads. Corix not quite landing that jet propulsion. It's going to take a little extra damage from Dub C613 before the rotation continues. Greymane going to be picking up this camp solo for ReGen Ghost, while Sylvanas and Ana going to have to team up to grab the siege camp over on the left-hand side. Looks like Sylvanas headed back to the top lane, but Shui very healthy in life and mana. Very unlikely there's going to be a gank attempt. Just a swap out. Looks like we have a possible invade opportunity here coming in from Bad Matchmaker. Andrew and Litterrock are going to have to retreat here. Mongoose is here for the assist. Blaze and Tacit are stuck in the bottom lane. Dahaka coming in to help as well. Bad Bros is actually taking a lot of poke there. This could be a great spot for ReGen Ghost to pick up a kill and deny this invade. Nana in the back line trying to get some extra poke done. Andrew is going to pick up that camp. Ultimate Hook. Ooh, gets the nice peel from Blaze. It looks like Ana will manage to make it out of there. Final Stand may not be so lucky as warping back to the blink point, and Mephisto will fall, as well as Garrosh. First 2 kills of the game. Corix might actually be caught here. I didn't realize Blaze was still stuck on this back line. Trying to block that jet propulsion will do so, and Blaze goes down. So 3 quick kills for ReGen Ghost, and they do manage to keep their camp. Very nicely done in sniffing that out. Tribute spawning here in 30 seconds. Gonna be in the bottom lane. Trying to clear out this bottom camp is Ultimate Hook and Bad Bros. Not exactly the greatest wave clear, but they will have Blaze shortly in the bottom lane to try to help that out. Don't need too much to take out these siege giants. It's gonna be just enough there, but they did get quite a bit of damage onto this bottom wall. Mongoose trying to zone out for his team. Meanwhile, Corix and Final Stand clearing that mid lane. It was the Adrenaline Stim Pack picked up by Blaze, getting that extra attack speed and very, very high wave clear. So we're going to be seeing that macro pressure coming out from Bad Matchmaker. First objective is conceded by Bad Matchmaker. ReGen Ghost is going to go up 1-0 on the score, and these teams continue to battle it out. We have a pretty wide experience lead here at the start. An extra 1,000 experience on the hero kills from that opening fight, and a quite bit more minion experience as well, being able to soak those lanes while the heroes of Bad Matchmaker were dead. So an early level 7 here for ReGen Ghost. Mongoose controlling the lane with that big Johanna health pool. Getting thrown back, but the Iron Skin is ready. Corix coming around. They may have Johanna here. There's the jet propulsion. Dub C trying to ward away the rest of Bad Matchmaker, and Mongoose is actually going to be able to walk away. Just too much health to chew through. Meanwhile, Sylvanas is trying to keep control of these lanes, trying to keep up the soak, but it looks like there's going to be some minions lost in the middle lane as the fight continues down low. Another low tribute point is going to favor ReGen Ghost as they are already in position to fight this off. Dahaka in the top lane is ready to dig in if necessary. Sylvanas is going to have to get on her horse and get on down here to contest this point. coming in about 7 seconds. Mongoose doing a great job of warding away the Garrosh, using that big health pool and that Iron Skin to dissuade any throws. Shui in the backline, very, very deep. It looks like, ooh, a good interrupt from Korix. Will delay Regen Ghost for now. Bad Bros has taken a lot of damage. Shui landing the drag once again. Tassadar with those big shock rays, and Garrosh is going to go down once again. Another fantastic wall from DubC613 is going to trap Blaze, and that's another double kill for Regen Ghost. Mongoose thinking about a camp invade here. Andrew and DubC are hot in pursuit, and this Bruiser camp will be stolen away by Regen Ghost. They're up to a more than one level lead now, approaching level 10. Final stand, just checking this bottom boss just to make sure that wasn't the steal. It is just the Bruiser camp. Though we're coming up on level 10 here for Regen Ghost, as well as the first tribute of the game. This is not looking good here for Bad Matchmaker. This is exactly the stack you want to have here on Cursed Hollow. Getting those heroics, getting that curse point, and pushing as hard as you possibly can. Dahaka is going to be moving up to the top lane to try to grab that experience. Level 10 will absolutely be picked up here. Bad Matchmaker does get to the point first, so they're going to have a little bit more point control here. We'll see if they can possibly catch Regen Ghost off guard, though with level 10 to 8, there's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do here. Regen Ghost actually taking the opportunity. They're not worried about this tribute timing. They're just going for a straight boss steal. Bad Matchmaker's going to sniff it out, though. Korix sees it. The wall is there. Is it going to be up enough? Final stand trying to get onto the point, not quite there enough, and the boss is stolen away by Regen Ghost. Oh, Blaze getting comboed down inside the silence. Very nicely done by Regen Ghost. And they're not even going to worry about the tribute. They're just going to push in the bottom with that boss. They're chasing in the middle into Bad Matchmaker. Not finding the pick they needed from that Dahaka. They're just going to go ahead and split off. Bottom fort is taken out by this boss. It looks like the remaining members of Regen Ghost are going to split, possibly to clear the top lane, possibly go for the double boss play. Meanwhile, we've got a camp and a boss pushing down here. This is going to take all of Bad Matchmaker's attention. Level 10 is still on the way here. Another tribute in the top lane. It's going to be a long way to go here for Ultimate Hook and Final Stand. Nana escaping the gank in the mid lane. Korix may not be so lucky as Andrew and crew are coming in for the flank. Ooh, the slow does not quite land. That could be enough for Korix to get away, avoiding the silence, but the drag lands, and there goes Blaze. Level 10s have arrived here for Bad Matchmaker, but with the tribute spawning now and Blaze being down, this could be too little too late. But Bad Bros is coming in. He wants to get this interrupt. Final Stand has to warp in a little bit early, and the curse point is there. Indomitable from Garrosh, and the fade away Durance of Hate from Mephisto will secure the escape. But the curse is on, the buildings are off, and Regen Ghost is looking to capitalize. Dahak is going to go ahead and grab that top four. The remainder of Regen Ghost pushing down the middle here. Possibly looking for a pick onto Mephisto, who's playing very aggressively, trying to get a lot of poke in. Bad Bros warding away the advance, keeping Mephisto safe. That's a lot of extra poke damage coming out. Litterrock is going straight onto Mephisto, is thrown away by Bad Bros, and they're going to have to concede this fort here as it goes down. The Flailing Swipe comes out to deny any further engage. Iron Skin actually being popped pretty early in that fight. Ooh, does last long enough to avoid the Warbreaker. Shui is going to have to get on out of there after a good building top lane wave. And now Regen Ghost is on top of their own boss, conceding the rest of this curse to go ahead and make the macro play. Level 13 to 11 here. Means they're still in definite fighting form. As we see Bad Matchmaker taking the opportunity to grab the siege camp, they almost certainly know where Regen Ghost is on the map, and absolutely now that that boss has been taken. Regen Ghost coming over here to claim the site. That's going to force Bad Matchmaker to move back to their keep. As it looks like we may just have a straight 5-player push here in the top lane. Level 13 is still a ways off for Bad Matchmaker, so definitely a lopsided fight here if they choose to take it. Look at that wave clear with the cocktail and the shock ray together. Final Stand trying to get as much early damage as possible. Garrosh getting caught out there. Ooh, is pulled back just as the Indomitable ends, and Bad Bros goes down on the defense here. Boss still relatively healthy as the keep wall is being taken down. The drag from Shui onto Korix. Mongoose around the back. Korix trying to dance around with that bunker. Looks like they will manage to go around the back way and survive. This keep is focusing onto Littlerock. The boss is wailing away on the keep here. It looks like this keep is absolutely going to go down. Garrosh just now going to join the field. Mongoose very, very low here. Minus 20 armor from that keep, and Johanna's actually going to go down. Sylvanas with that dot damage does take out the enemy tank. Very nice defense coming out from Bad Matchmaker in a pretty tough spot there. Any other slip-ups, and that might have actually cost them the game right there. ReGen Ghost, Andrew, and Littlerock are going to go ahead and pick up this Bruiser camp while the Tribute is getting ready to spawn in the bottom lane. We are on even talent tiers. Level 16 still a ways away for ReGen Ghost, so this could be the fight that Bad Matchmaker needs to get back into this matchup. Those Bruiser camps will clash in the middle lane. Still only level 15 and a half. I think this is the fight for Bad Matchmaker. This is the one that they need. Korix coming in for the possible flank. Does get the stun there. Bad Bro's looking for a throw onto anyone but Johanna. Korix stuck in the back behind the electric fence, and Blaze is going to go down. Unfortunately, the rest of the team just were not able to move up. Shui in the back line causing havoc. Ultimate Hook, very low, is trying to escape from Greymane. The Durance of Hate catches 3. Bad Matchmaker looks like they're going to be able to peel on out of there. Ultimate Hook, oh, is less than 100 health, gets the into the fray from Bad Bros, and will survive. But with Blaze down, level 16 has also arrived. Final Stand trying to get some extra damage here. That could be enough. If they're able to poke in a couple more times. Ooh, here comes Shui, though. Ana has to back, too low health to do anything about this. This boss looks like it's almost certainly going to be picked up by ReGen Ghost. And there it is. They're going to look to possibly move on to Korix in the middle lane, who's trying to deal with this Bruiser camp. Korix manages to get away before the gank lands. We've got another stacked camp and boss in the bottom lane for Bad Matchmaker to deal with. They're in a really, really tough spot here, but they put up the defense last time. Let's see what they can do here. There's the Durance once again, trying to deny the engage, trying to get some extra time onto this boss. Final Stand buzzing right in the middle of things. Shui looking for a drag on a Mephisto. Ooh, Mephisto avoiding it for now. And there's the stun and the kill. Very, very patient by Shui to let Mephisto return to the body. And that's one more kill for ReGen Ghost as a 60% health boss is on top of the core. 17 to 15 on levels. One member down here for Bad Matchmaker. This could be it. A big silencing arrow from Sylvanas brings Shui and Mongoose very low. The shielding on the core is gone. Korix in the backline dealing a lot of extra damage, and ReGen Ghost is actually going to have to retreat. Shui relying on that regen to get on out of there. No kills for Bad Matchmaker, but they do push back ReGen Ghost. Looks like this core will end at just under 50% health. 1-to-1 in curse points. That does give an opportunity for Bad Matchmaker to push these lanes out, possibly take a late fight, and turn this thing around. Though with all 6 structures up on the side of ReGen Ghost, that will be a tall order indeed. Onto the siege camp we see. Final Stand looking for the Durance, didn't quite find it. Garrosh getting taken down even with the Indomitable in play. The scaling just too strong. Final Stand blinking in, getting some of that lightning damage from Mephisto. And it looks like ReGen Ghost may be looking to end it here. Another 5v4. The shielding is almost full. Are they going to do it? No, they're actually going to peel away here. Not looking to push their luck. They're just going to go ahead and move on back, grab their curse, make sure that this mid-fort or mid-keep goes down, and go for the absolute sure killing blow. Tribute coming up in 7 seconds. Looks like they're going to avoid it. They're thinking about peeling off for the boss. Dub C, Littlerock, and Andrew, along with Mongoose, are going to go up to this top boss. They're going to leave Dahaka. They gambled here, and looks like they're going to gamble and win. Bad Matchmaker not contesting this third tribute. Very nice call there by ReGen Ghost to understand their spot on the map and know what they're able to do. So they grab the curse, they grab the boss, and they've got pretty much any lane they could possibly want right now. Bad Matchmaker is very pushed in. Shui jumping right ahead, actually taking a lot of extra damage here. The Blessed Shield is out from Johanna. The Durance of Hate catches the rest of ReGen Ghost. There's the Silence Arrow from Sylvanas. Korix using the bunker to try to get away here. Gets the double stun. Trying to stay alive with that trait. Everyone's still alive for now. The core is getting very low health from these 3 catapults, though. The shielding almost gone. The boss full health. I think this is going to be just a little bit too much for Bad Matchmaker to deal with. They're clearing out the catapults, but there's the team, and it's 1-0 for ReGen Ghost. GG. Very nicely done there by ReGen Ghost. 11 kills to 1 there on Cursed Hollow. They got ahead and they stayed ahead. I think it all really hinged on that big push in the early game. Bad Matchmaker looking to catch off guard ReGen Ghost on that early Bruiser Camp steal. But once that invade failed, they lost the XP in the lanes, they lost the hero kill XP, and they were never really able to recover from that. ReGen Ghost doing a fantastic job of getting ahead and staying ahead in that Cursed Hollow game. Final Stand getting over 60,000 hero damage, really playing aggressively there, and only 2 deaths to show for it. Very nicely played there by Final Stand. Dubc613 on ReGen Ghost. Tassadar really working with that wave clear, getting a lot of extra damage with the shock ray. Very nicely done. Taking a look at the talents. Level 20 was not achieved, but it was a pretty close game, or a pretty quick game, I should say. Overall, well played. Looking forward to game number 2 here. All right, as we set up for game number 2, we're going to head on over to the break. Don't go far. I've got game number 2 for you in just a moment. Don't go away. All right, very short break. These teams are ready to get into game number 2. I better jump into the map screen before they get on top of me once again. We're going to go over here. Man, these guys are quick. This is going to be the quickest series ever. Reminding you of the map situation. Hanamura Temple, Dragonshire, Haunted Mines, and Braxis Holdout are banned for this series. Cursed Hollow was taken by ReGen Ghost, and now ReGen Ghost with map pick is going to take us over to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's jump right into the draft here, as we barely had time to crescendo that lovely Lucio remix. We're going to go into the draft music now. And the first ban is over on Bad Matchmaker here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and it is going to be the Cassia banned away once again. Something's got to change. We got to have a patch come through. We got to have something before we ever see Cassia again. She's too strong. She's too good at everything. She's too good at dueling. She's too good at wave clear. She's too good at poke. She's too good at brawling. She can just do too many things. Can't get her on the board. Tassadar will be banned away by ReGen Ghost. If there was ever a wave clear map, this is the one, and Tassadar bringing the pain in that department, not wanting to give it away. First pick to Bad Matchmaker. May once again banned away, this time by Bad Matchmaker. I'm a little, I know May is strong. I know she's strong. I think she's a little bit overbanned. Now, I can't say, like, I'm not playing a lot right now, so maybe I'm off base on this. I feel like May is a little bit overbanned. I'd like to see her in some more games. I feel like she's a little bit too respected. I could be off base there. That's just how I feel. Deckard banned away by ReGen Ghost. That means first pick is going over to Bad Matchmaker. We saw the priority onto Sylvanas. That could be something we see here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. See if they want it first pick or if they want to possibly grab the Blaze. Final Stand is going to grab the Greymane. They don't want to see Littlerock on that Greymane again. They're going to take it for themselves. Greymane can do some cheeky plays here on Tomb of the Spider Queen, sneaking around the back of lanes, grabbing camps, especially that neutral siege camp at the bottom. Greymane can sort of peel off the rotations and grab that quickly, so you've got that going for you for sure. Dubc is going to trade out Tassadar for Orphea, and Mongoose is going to jump onto the Diablo. Now, I think Garrosh does have a much better matchup into Diablo, especially if you're softening him up with a Cursed Bullet. So Bad Bros might grab the Garrosh here. Nope, because they're going to favor the wave clear, actually, and pick up Johanna. And Nana on the Jaina. Definitely not wanting to fall behind in wave clear. Picking the ultimate combo there with the Condemn Blizzard. Knocks out any wave, anytime. They're going to have a great rotation on the side of Bad Matchmaker. So the DPS core is set for Bad Matchmaker. Deckard already banned. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Ana ban here. They played it last game, and Jaina has already been picked up. We'll see if ReGen Ghost agrees or if they've got something else in mind here. It's actually going to be Rhaegar banned away. Interesting. That does leave Ana open. They could be thinking about taking Ana themselves. Ana Orphea does get some work done. She's not the premier mage to throw that nano boost on, though. Any mage is gonna do well with the nano boost. See what they want to ban away here. Diablo, Orphea. You would pair a Deckard with that to get that big wombo combo off. Let's see what else they're thinking of removing. It is going to be the Stukov. Andrew playing a very effective Stukov in the last match, so they do not want to see that again. I'm interested to see whether ReGen Ghost snags the Ana here, because I feel like that is the clear pick for Bad Matchmaker. ReGen Ghost has the opportunity to go ahead and take that away. Could be something that they just don't play. Yrel is going to be picked up by Shui, and Andrew's actually going to go ahead and grab Whitemane. Interesting pickup there for sure. Well, if you're talking about counter-engage, you're talking about counter-dive with that Johanna, Jaina, Greymane burst, Whitemane can definitely help out with that in terms of putting out an insane amount of healing in a very short amount of time. Whitemane can definitely do some work there, so I think it could work out. We'll see whether the Ana is going to be picked. Ultimate Hook is actually going to grab Lucio. Lucio and Zool is going to be picked up by Korix. Well, if the wave clear wasn't strong enough, it's definitely strong enough now with the Zool joining the Johanna and Jaina on the lane clear. Littlerock, with the final pick, is going to grab Maiev. Very, very interesting. So we've got a sort of Maiev Wombo combo developing here on the side of ReGen Ghost with the big circle ult from Orphea, the big circle ult from Maiev, the big circle ult from Whitemane. Follow that up with an Apocalypse, and you've got a dead team. We'll see if Bad Matchmaker has what it takes to counter that here in game number 2. Bad Matchmaker versus ReGen Ghost on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's get into it. Alrighty. Based on how those picks went, usually you see a Stukov alongside that Maiev. You put the Silence inside the Warden's Cage, although Stukov was banned away. So in terms of, you know, healers who put giant circles on stuff, Whitemane's kind of the next best thing. ReGen Ghost looking to kill everybody at once. Bad Matchmaker looking to more kill one person at a time. But here we go, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's get it started. Game number 2 here. On the left in the blue, once again is Bad Matchmaker. It's Korix playing the Zool. Bad Bros 85 on the Johanna. Final Stand will be playing the Greymane. Ultimate Hook on the Lucio. And Nana on the Jaina. On the right in the red, we have ReGen Ghost with Dubsy613 on the Orphea. Andrew is going to be playing the Whitemane. Shui on the Yrel. Mongoose playing the Diablo. And Littlerock on the Maiev. Here we go, Tomb of the Spider Queen. We do see Bonds of Justice coming out from Maiev, looking to connect on 2 or more with those Umbral Binds. Jaina, of course, looking for globes. And no other quests to be found here on level 1. We do actually have Righteous Flame from Whitemane. Going to be dealing some extra damage with that Searing Lash. Great hit by Shui onto Final Stand here. Jaina gonna go ahead and get Greymane on out of there. The counter route by Zool. And it looks like these teams are just gonna be ships in the night. They're just gonna pass each other by, paying no mind. Zool actually joining the rotation in the top lane for a second here. Korix could be in trouble. The Bonds of Justice and the slam from Mongoose, and Zool is going to go down. Jaina and Johanna choosing to rotate to the bottom lane there. And here we go. Maiev just looking to interrupt the rotations of Bad Matchmaker as much as possible. Not let that Jaina Johanna set up in lane like they want to do. Maiev playing very, very aggressively. Doesn't find the connection. Iron Skin popped by Johanna to avoid the pull. Korix is back on the field trying to catch up with that wave clear. We'll have to watch out for that rotation. Shui in the bottom lane. We actually have some interesting rotations here. Final Stand is going to go onto that bottom camp, as Greymanes are often seen doing. ReGen Ghost sticking with their top mid rotation. Bad Matchmaker trying to control the bottom lane. Shui having to be careful here. Pretty much the entirety of Bad Matchmaker just going to go ahead and push this bottom lane. They're leaving Korix to try to double soak versus 4 members of ReGen Ghost. Litterrock down here to try to ward away Bad Matchmaker. Still a 4v2. Azul is going to have to play very, very carefully. Shui's actually taking a lot of extra damage here. That Dauntless trying to help stay alive, and looks like Yrel will be just fine. But this bottom wall is very damaged. The gate and the tower are down. Maiev looking for a possible engage. It's not going to be there. ReGen Ghost trying to stop the XP gains coming out from Zool. They've committed a third player. Andrew is in the bottom lane now. We've got a 3v3. Jaina had to go back for mana. Korix gonna do very well there versus just the Diablo and the Orphea, and it looks like Orphea is gonna come on down here to battle in the bottom lane. Shui in the thick of things. Here comes Orphea. Ultimate hook on the Lucio is gonna go down. Final Stand trying to get out of there. Diablo's actually dying in the mid lane. The Zool Jaina combo, too much damage for the Primeval to deal with. So teams with definitely clashing strategies here. Pretty even on XP so far. Shui doing their best in this bottom lane as the final tower is about to go down here. Bad Matchmaker is a little bit behind on the gems here. Only 14 more needed for ReGen Ghost. Litterrock looking for another engage here. Here comes Mongoose and Andrew. This could be the fight that they want. The warp is there. Final Stand is caught. Oh, but Mongoose actually a little bit of anti-synergy there. Hit the E on the correct side, but the Maiev Bonds hit first, and Mongoose with the counter flip to put Greymane back on the correct side of things. Don't worry, the flip and the stun is there. Bad Bros is going to have to peel off around this pillar. Ooh, the Iron Skin arrives just in time. Shui taking a lot of extra damage here versus Korix. Yrel could be in trouble here. Is going to have to get on out of there. Zool, only facing 1 or 2 players, is starting to do some serious work in the top and mid lanes. Level 7 has arrived for both teams. Looks like they're working on this turn-in. Mongoose not quite getting the slam into the wall, but Maiev with the follow-up, and Final Stand will be going down. Greymane taken out. Will that be enough space for ReGen Ghost to grab their first turn-in? It looks like Shui is going to sneak in a turn-in in the top lane as Korix is being pushed away by Dub C, and there it is. The red web weavers are coming on down. Ultimate Hook and Nana are going to go ahead and start this Bruiser camp while they can, while the red web weavers are coming on through. Mongoose again playing very aggressively, trying to find this Zool on these rotations. Bit of a level disparity here for ReGen Ghost, mostly coming from those hero kills. A lot of extra minion XP as well, actually. Bad Bros having to use that Iron Skin to get away from the Maiev. Top wall is the point of contention here. The cannon tower is down. The well shield is gone. The flip onto Johanna. I don't think Johanna's got that Iron Skin just yet. Litterrock using the Vault of the Wardens to avoid the tower aggro. And that counter wave clear here from Bad Matchmaker is making things very difficult for ReGen Ghost in terms of getting on top of this fort. Ooh, Mongoose just slipping that fort, not getting the stun onto the Johanna. Final Stand could be in trouble here, though. Ooh, just avoiding that damage from Dub C. Very nicely timed there from Final Stand. And no structures down here for ReGen Ghost. Bad Matchmaker is definitely making things interesting here in game number 2. Keeping things pretty tight here on XP. Mongoose could be in trouble, though. The root from Zool is there. Repositions Johanna, and I think Mongoose is going to get on out of there. Zool with the 28 gems, though, and it looks like they've created enough space for Korix to safely turn in. Very nicely done there by Bad Matchmaker. Bad Bros trying to get the blue Webweaver turn in the bottom lane, but Shui is here guarding the turn-in point. Korix will not have enough gems for another few waves. Level 10s are going to be here for both teams, though. Oh, Bad Bros does manage to turn in. That is going to be a blue Webweaver phase. The big ult from Shui, but that's pretty much all the survivability. Yrel's going to be able to walk away here. As expected, we do have the Wombo combo ults coming out from ReGen Ghost with that Eternal Feast alongside the Warden's Cage. Ooh, the Unstoppable on the Mongoose is not going to be enough. Diablo going down here. There they are. The combo is out. The circles are on the ground. The sound barrier there is keeping Bad Matchmaker very, very healthy. And Maiev is going to go down as well as Whitemane. Dub C is going to be next, and Bad Matchmaker denies the combo, and they got the opportunity to push down the middle with these Webweavers. Mongoose pulling Final Stand under the fort. Greymane able to peel on out of there, still taking a lot of damage from this fort, though, going down to half health. Have to be careful about that targeting. Mongoose is in a little bit of trouble here, caught by Johanna and Lucio. Ooh, ultimate hook. With 40 health left, Shui looking for Lucio, not quite finding it as the Speed Demon gets on out of there. Top fort down as well. Bad Matchmaker definitely on a tear here. Turning things around in the XP department. Get an extra 2,000 experience lead on those hero kills and evening things up in minions. Doing very well here in game number 2. Rotating down to the siege camp. They want to keep up the macro pressure as much as possible. Keep sight on both of those turn-ins. Though both teams do not quite have their second turn-in ready. They're going to have to farm these lanes just a little bit more. Looks like these teams might meet here on this bottom turn-in point. Mongoose rotating around, trying to keep sight. The rest of the squad rotating as safely as they can. Bad Bros keeping an eye on things, and this is sort of where the stalemate comes in. Neither team has enough gems to turn in just yet. Shui's sitting on 31 gems. That's definitely going to be the target for Bad Matchmaker if they find anyone on these rotations. Zool is going to be getting a lot of work done here on the double soak. Maiev definitely not going to be able to keep up with that. So ReGen Ghost is going to have to take a fight sooner rather than later. Korix getting stunned out by Diablo. There's the root coming out as well. And here, this could be the fight. The Warden's Cage is up again. Apocalypse is down. The Eternal Feast is out. And Zool goes down before the sound barrier can land. Not quite ready yet. The counter kills. Maiev goes down and Zool down as well. Or I should say Lucio down. 2-for-1 trade out. It looks like Shui does have the opportunity to turn in those 35. That's a pretty big deal here for ReGen Ghost. They managed to take that fight just a couple seconds before Sound Barrier was back online for Lucio, and they found their window. I think if Sound Barrier was there, that turns out to be a very, very different fight. Still need 2 gems, unfortunately. Looks like Shui is going to have to go ahead and turn it in the top lane. Mongoose keeping an eye on things. Bad Matchmaker thinking that the bottom is the turn-in point. Unfortunately, Shui snuck away to the top, and that's going to be another red Webweaver phase coming down the lanes. This could be the fight here. Final Stand trying to get some extra wave clear. Trying to possibly bait forward ReGen Ghost here. And now they're going to move right on ahead. They want to find Shui. Shui getting the avenging leap over the wall. And here come those red Webweavers. Maiev looking for an opportunity. Uses the shade to go forward, does not commit to the engage. Red Web Weavers are pushing down the top and bottom lanes. This mid Web Weaver is already very damaged, going on a basically full health wall, and it's going to be taken out. We'll see if ReGen Ghost looks like they're going to commit to the top lane. Showing just Mongoose for now. And here they are. Everyone is here. Urel is not. Shui is going ahead and soaking. There's the Unstoppable. And the combo is out. Litterrock is going right in with that Warden's Cage. The Apocalypse lands. And that's Jaina and Lucio going down in the blink of an eye. Final Stand trying to get out of there with those 20 gems. Oh no, that's 20 gems down. Bad Bros trying to get out with the extra 27. Korix was looking to possibly pick up those gems on the floor, but could not get close enough. Top fort is gone. Bad Bros will manage to get on out of there, but 3 kills for ReGen Ghost, managing to get the Lucio before the sound barrier could go out. Just too much control, too many stuns. Very nicely done. Trying to control this bottom lane. The bottom wall is taken out before Johanna and Zool can clean that up. The top wall is going to be worked on as well. Everyone back on the field now. Nana and Final Stand are here for the defense, and ReGen Ghost is going to peel on out of there. They've got level 16. They've got the waves pushing in the correct direction. Middle wave, Zool doing a great job of denying that lane, denying the easy vision onto both objective points. Bad Matchmaker still not in a bad spot here. Mongoose trying to keep an eye on this top boss. This is still pretty even. Litterrock is going right in. Maiev looking for the connection. Ooh, but doesn't find it onto the iron-skinned Johanna. That could have been trouble here for Bad Matchmaker. It's important to note, sound barrier still available here for Lucio. Bad Bros gets flipped. Does not pop the iron skin. Very good patience there from Bad Bros. Litterrock getting the turn in while it's possible. Bad Matchmaker does have enough for their next turn in. Most of those gems are on Johanna. That's exactly where you want them to be. Zool is in the top lane. Mongoose turning in those 11. Looks like with this wall in place, Mongoose isn't going to have a whole lot of engage opportunity. There's the flip. The Iron Skin is baited out. Here they come. Litterrock is looking for the pull, and there it is. The Eternal Feast is down. The Warden's Cage is down, but it looks like they're going to wiggle on out of there. Oh, except for Johanna. That's so many gems on the ground. They did get the full wombo, but they got exactly the player they needed. Lucio did manage to hit the sound barrier, but Johanna just body blocked too much, and that's a lot of gems going to waste there. Very nice engage by ReGen Ghost, picking up exactly the player they needed to pick. ReGen Ghost only needs the one more gem to be able to get their third turn in. Meanwhile, Bad Matchmaker trying to catch up on the gems that they lost. Keep an eye on those lanes, keep an eye on those rotations. Still even on experience. That's important here at this phase of the game for sure. Still even on the trickle experience as well, 4 structures to 4. Looks like Dubsy will have enough for the turn in here. While Bad Matchmaker picking up their Bruiser camp, that'll definitely give Orphea enough space for this turn in. Third Webweaver phase for the red team will be barreling down the lanes. Maiev trying to catch up that top lane before coming to rejoin the team. Once again, this fort wall being alive is a real hindrance for ReGen Ghost in trying to get these engages. Korix is pulled back. Ooh, the stun from Diablo. Zool is caught in a body block here. The sound barrier is out to deny the white main ult, but Zool ends up going down anyway. Mongoose is taking a lot of extra damage. Does manage to hit the APOC before he goes down, though. Ultimate Hook is in a lot of trouble. The Eternal Feast lands. Lucio is going down. As well as... oh, well, Final Stand did survive. Diablo using those souls to get back onto the battlefield. Shui is trying to guide that top Webweaver to the top keep. Middle fort's going down here. Bottom Webweaver about half health, but it will be very quickly taken out by the members of Bad Matchmaker before it gets too much done. Mid keep wall almost certainly going down to this push. The spell armor now taken away as the camp was defeated. Mid wall has been taken down. Meanwhile, Zool and Shui are battling it out in the top lane. That's a lot of minions to try to deal with, but if there's anyone who's going to deal with it with Zool, oh, the top keep going down here. Level 20 is on the horizon here for ReGen Ghost. Are they going to bait this boss, or are they going to start it? It looks like they're settling with the bait. Bad Bros trying to catch up this top lane so they can get some vision here. Level 20 is about to be here, and then ReGen Ghost is going to commit to the boss. They see the bottom turn-in for Bad Matchmaker is being worked on right now. They know they've got the space, the opportunity that they need, and they are going to go ahead and pick up this boss uncontested. Level 20 is here for ReGen Ghost. Looking to turn in. Who's got all the gems? Who's got them all? Looks like the blue Webweaver phase did manage to come through. So this boss will meet some resistance in the top lane. ReGen Ghost will have to clear out mid and bottom. Or are they going to just ignore it and go for the kills? Let's see what they want to do. Top boss is being taken out very, very quickly here by the members of Bad Matchmaker. Mid Webweaver is going to be destroyed here by ReGen Ghost before heading on down to the bottom lane. Boss gets taken out before the core shield is even taken down. And the Webweaver phase, it did do the job of negating the boss. So Bad Matchmaker converting some gems for another chance at a team fight. I'll take that trade. Sounds like a good trade. Level 20 is here for both teams, though, so they're going to be on even talent tiers for the rest of this match. Fights are going to be as even as they come. Littlerock looking to possibly warp over the wall if Bad Matchmaker shows too far in lane. Looks like Bad Matchmaker is playing pretty safely for now. Final stand showing in lane. Members staying off the map as much as possible. Here they come. Littlerock is in position. Is Maiev going to commit? Shui is over the wall. Littlerock still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. The warp in. Ooh, I don't think they're going to get in range for that auto. And no. Bad Matchmaker squeezes on out of there. Very nice disengage by the blue team. I see the engage is down. Littlerock coming on in with the triple pull. There's the APOC. There's the Warden's Cage. The feast is out. Ultimate Hook is going to be the first to fall. Once again, the sound barrier just seconds away from getting online. Shui is on top of the back line. Jaina is going to go down here. That's 2 kills. ReGen Ghost is chasing out Bad Bros, who manages to tap the well. Only 2 kills here. The top lane is not in a position to just push to core. We'll see what they can do. They're going to go ahead and steal this bruiser camp. It looks like they're not going to be thinking about core just yet. Possibly looking for some camp support before heading on in. 5 more gems needed for another red Webweaver turn-in. With 2 down, here we go. Bad Bros gets stunned, gets put into the corner. The Iron Skin is there, actually wiggling by those body blocks with that extra movement speed. Littlerock pulling in Korix. Everyone healthy and happy now for Bad Matchmaker. 10 more seconds till Lucio's back on the field. 15 more seconds till Jaina's back on the field. It looks like this bottom keep will be going down. But no core attempt here for ReGen Ghost. They're going to wait for the next team fight. Shui is in very, very deep here. All the members of Bad Matchmaker are now back on the field. A nice unstoppable there by Yrel, denying the Zool route. 2 more gems required. They do not have the turn-in here to follow this up. They just need another wave to come on through. Their waves are pretty well pushed up there. They're going to have to go ahead and find some gems. Go ahead and going to the bottom siege camp is ReGen Ghost. Bad Matchmaker sharking around the mid lane, looking for an opportunity to find a pick. These lanes are pushed in. It looks like the gems are being delivered in the middle lane to ReGen Ghost. Still another 30 gems needed for the third turn-in. Ooh, an accidental R-press coming out from Shui. That's a 120-second cooldown. Yikes, that's not good. Don't you hate it when that happens? That's okay. That's not their big team fight wombo ult, though. It does mean that Shui is going to have to be a little bit more careful jumping into that back line to look for that disruption. And there we go, the Red Web Weaver phase, say that 5 times fast, is coming down the lanes. With only a mid-keep left, this is going to be a pretty lethal push here for Bad Matchmaker. We'll see what ReGen Ghost can do. Will they play it patient, let these Web Weavers catch up, or are they going to look for something special here? Shui's hanging out in the middle lane. It's important to remember, no Ardent Defender available just yet. Bad Bros is in the back, getting pushed in by Shui. There's the Iron Skin. Looks like the movement speed, the fanaticism enough to get Johanna right on out of there. And here they come down the middle lane. They're looking to get this final keep and possibly push to core. They're looking for any pick that they can find. Mongoose taking some extra damage there from the keep. Gonna have to be careful there. That's a lot of extra poke coming out from Greymane. Mongoose looking for anyone that they can find. Littlerock is in. There's the pull. There's the Warden's Cage. Apoc is down. There's all the ults. 3 stun in the back. There's Greymane going down. The sound barrier is out, but not before Jaina and Greymane are going down. Mongoose is taking a lot of extra damage, rooted by Korix under the keep. Littlerock very low as well, and it looks like the core is the call here for ReGen Ghost. Diablo back on the field, but it's going to not get here in time. Got a 4v3 right now. This is not a sure thing. Bad Matchmaker's putting out a lot of extra damage, but it looks like the minions are going to be just too much, and ReGen Ghost picking up the game number 2 and the 2-0 series victory. GG. A much closer game there in game number 2. 15 kills to 8 for ReGen Ghost, showing what the power of the white main Orphea Maiev combo can do, especially with that APOC from Diablo to keep everyone stunned and in place for that Eternal Feast. Very nicely done. We saw Bad Matchmaker was either right on time with those counters, getting those counter kills, or just a slip too late. I think they had the comp that they needed to deny that combo, but just slightly off on the execution. Still, very nicely played from both squads there. We saw a final stand on the Greymane getting a ton of damage out, actually defeating Zool in the siege damage, getting a lot of extra damage onto the map objectives, and 82,000 hero damage. Final stand doing fantastic work there for Bad Matchmaker. Dub C bringing the damage, 53,000 on the Orphea for ReGen Ghost. Great work. All right, that is our series. Let me go ahead and see if I can snag us an interview here. ReGen. As I go ahead and connect. Come on, Discord. There we go. All right. See if we can get an interview with ReGen Ghost before we wrap up our night here. Bring up my thing. Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Mongoose?
Oh, hanging in there. Thanks for the cast, bud.
I'm happy to do it. It's one of my favorite things to do these days. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. That's got to feel good heading into the getting close to the end of the season here, actually.
Yeah, getting close to the prestigious Zul'jin Distillery Invitational playoffs. So excited for that.
Playoffs are coming in pretty soon here. So that 2-0 victory is going to definitely get you on your way. Looking back at that Cursed Hollow game, that was pretty clean cut there. Very nicely done. In terms of that first camp invade there coming in from Bad Matchmaker, was that something that you see them do a lot, or did that sort of catch you off guard?
No, actually, one of them showed for like a half a second rotating up there. Like it just caught in my eye, and otherwise they would have caught us off guard. But one of them just showed on the minimap for like a half a second, and it was kind of in a weird place, and so I called them. That's why if you watch, the 2 guys on the camp started peeling over to the right, even though they were on it. And I started heading over there ahead of time because I just for like a half a second, one of them showed, and it tipped us off. Otherwise, they probably would have gotten the camp and maybe a kill out of it.
Sometimes just a little blip on the mini-map is all it takes.
That's all it was. Was just one little blip.
Very nicely done to recognize and turn that fight around, and you pretty much never let go of the lead from there. You stuck with the experience lead, controlled those bosses, and cruised to a Game 1 victory. Very nicely done there. Game number 2, Tomb of the Spider Queen, was a lot closer there. We saw a big wombo coming out from you guys and some good catch from Bad Matchmaker. How do you feel those fights were going sort of through the early and mid game?
We were not as sharp as I would like, honestly. I missed a couple things, and Lid missed a couple things, and they punished us for it a couple times. So there was one mid-team fight in particular where they killed me before I could press my R button, and that's not a recipe for success. They were doing a pretty good job of punishing me, actually. Greymane in particular, I was trying to get a hold of him a few times, but he was kind of dancing around the edge and being very difficult to get a hold of. But fortunately, we were able to land a couple of the Warden's cages, and if we can get a couple of people in that, it's pretty hard to do much with it. Lucio had a couple of good sound barriers to draw it out, but still
absolutely there. Final Stand's positioning was really something to see there. Usually I don't see a Greymane with quite that much hero damage, but doing a fantastic job over there. I saw with a couple of those fights. Now, how often are you guys tracking ultimate timers? Because there were at least 2 major engages there that you took with less than 10 seconds left on that sound barrier from Lucio. Extremely well timed. Was that something that's you were able to track based on your own heroic timers, or is that sort of just a good luck coming on your side?
The fact that it was before sound barrier came up was a little bit of luck. We keep pretty close track of our own death timers, but the other teams are a little bit tougher, and we're not quite as sharp with that. So if we got them right before sound barrier came up, that was definitely a little fortunate. But a lot of times, right when we're up, we want to maximize, the number of times we can use it. If you use it on cooldown, you get to use it more times. So you're definitely looking to find a spot to use them when they're ready. You don't want to just sit around with it,
For sure. All right, well, we saw the Game 2 win. It gives you the 2-0 series win. And like you said, the playoffs are pretty close here. Are there any teams that you're looking to face or possibly not looking to face there early going in the playoffs?
Well, we have our big matchup first is Lu Bu on Thursday, and they have.
Oh, that's your final match.
Yeah, they've been top of the group for most of the season. They are a team that's been around, and they're really good. So we're really looking forward to that kind of as a measuring stick. Our squad has played a lot of NGS, but not together, so we're still finding our legs a little bit. So Lu Bu will be a real good measuring stick for exactly where we're at. So that's the one we're really looking forward to.
Absolutely. That's going to be a really, really good matchup. Am I slated? I hope I'm slated to cast that one. Sounds like one I want to get on top of. But we'll see when the time comes. All right. So once again, congratulations on your series win. Any shout outs you want to make before we get out of here?
Yeah, my guys, ReGen, Murda, always fun being around those guys. DeWitt, of course, for putting on the wonderful event that we all get to participate in. You, good sir, for casting the game, and to Corix and the guys on Bad Matchmaker for playing tonight, and looking forward to the playoffs and then Season 10 after that.
Fantastic. All right. Good luck going forward, and I'll see you again soon.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
You as well.